Good morning, everyone. This is the Finance Committee meeting for December 14th for Glenn County. We'll get started here. Number one, do we have any items or additions to agenda that we need to add? No, sir. All right, item number two, consider the minutes of the Finance meeting from November 23rd, 2021. Commissioners?
I don't see any changes.
Can I get a
Motion to approve, November 23rd Finance Committee meeting minutes.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, item number two, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, raise your right hand. Item number two passes 3-0. Item number three, consider recommending the Board of Commissioners declare the unusable items listed on the attached page as surplus and approve disposing of these items in the best interest of the county.
Good afternoon, Commissioner. Dave Osterman has asked me to sit in for him. Item number three is basically the surplus auction. The attached statement of issue with the attached pages contains items that various departments have determined as unusable. The Glenn County Code of Ordinance Section 1-2-4 states that the Board of Commissioners have complete control of the disposition and the assets of the property. The tax is therefore submitted to you for your actions. Alternative is declare the unusual items listed on the attached page as surplus and approve disposing of them in the best interest of the county. 2, wait until a later date. Or 3, suggest other options. Staff recommends alternative 1. I move to recommend that the Board of Commissioners declare the unusable items listed on the attached page for surplus and approve disposing of them in the best interest of the county.
Let's see, Mr. Little, before you get much further, there's 4 items, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, you want to tell us a little bit about them?
I don't have a lot of history on them. I know that they all are come over from the police department, from their from what I understand, they don't run, but they've been sitting in the impound yard. I guess it's drug seizures, vehicles, and whatnot. So none of this equipment was bought by the county.
So this is excess inventory that's been acquired by the
Seized.
county through seizures.
Seized vehicles.
Commissioners, any questions for Mr. Little? Any comments?
Motion.
I have a motion.
I move to recommend the Board of Commissioners declare the unusable items listed on the attached page as surplus and approve disposing of these items in the best interest of the county.
All right, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
A motion and a second for item number 3. Any further discussion? Not all in favor, raise your right hand. Item number 3 passes 3-0. All right, item number 4, consider recommending the Board of Commissioners authorize staff to pursue a rental agreement, an MOU, with the Brunswick Glen Joint Water and Sewer Commission for the utilization of the former animal control facility at 4765 US Highway 17 North. Mr. Little.
Okay, on the background on this one, in October 2021, the Glenn County Animal Control Division moved to the new facility at the end of Carl Alexander Way. Although some reuses for the former facility are being discussed, there are no approved plans in place currently. Occupied buildings are better cared for than left vacant. The Public Works Department Facility Division recommends letting Brunswick Glen Water Sewer Commission utilize the building and pay for the utilities in a memorandum of understanding and rental agreement that can be agreed between Glenn County and the Joint Water and Sewer. The background, Brunswick Glen Joint Water and Sewer Commission is requesting to use the Glenn County Commission consideration of allowing the Joint Water and Sewer Commission to utilize the former animal control facility at 4765 US Highway 17 North. Joint Water and Sewer is currently undergoing a system-wide meter replacement program and is in need of a storage space and a small administrative office for this purpose. The anticipated period of need is approximately 2 years, as soon as feasible. Total material storage over the 2 years of the life of the project, approximately 300 skids of material, but usage will be occurring constantly throughout the project. Staff recommendations is authorize staff to pursue a rental agreement and an MOU with Joint Water and Sewer for the utilization of the former animal control facilities at 4765 US Highway 17 North. 2, reject approval. 3, suggest alternatives. Staff recommendations is, I move to recommend that the Board of Commissioners authorize staff to pursue a rental agreement and an MOU with the Joint Water and Sewer for the utilization of the former animal control facility at 4765 US Highway 17 North.
All right, Commissioners, any questions for Mr. Little? Any comments?
No, Will, we haven't looked at the amount we'll charge or anything, have we?
No, sir, I
This is
think,
basically just putting the wheel in motion.
right, I think this is
Yeah,
just
just
getting
getting
authorization
going.
from the board for staff to negotiate with JWSC, put something together and then bring it back to
And I
y'all.
have someone from Joint Water and Sewer here if y'all have any questions.
It's all right.
Well, I think that, just in the framework of the agreement, that there could be some value swaps too, for example, parking down on the end of St. Simon's, Mallory Park, and so forth like that. Ditch. So, just keep in mind, it's not always dollar to dollar, it can be goods for goods. Thanks.
All right, do we have a motion?
I move to recommend the Board of Commissioners authorize staff to pursue a rental agreement and an MOU with the Brunswick Joint Water Sewer Commission for the utilization of the former animal control facility at 4765 US Highway 17 North.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second, any further discussion, Commissioners? If not, all in favor, raise your right hand. Item number 4 passes 3-0. Mr. Little, thank you very much.
Yes.
Item 5, consider recommending the Board of Commissioners accept the donation from the estate of Sharon Livesey to Animal Services for the amount of $42,530.90 and authorize the chairman to sign the acknowledgement of service and consent to petition.
Ms. Anderson is not here, but they were given the $42,530.90 from Ms. Livesey's estate with no direction as to, no specification as to how she wanted it spent.
But it was to go to the Animal
Yes, sir.
Services.
Animal Control Services, yes, sir.
All right. Commissioners, any comments or questions?
No, sir.
Just appreciate her generous donation. I knew her at one time, she worked for me, and it's a wonderful gift to give.
Very much so. Do we have a motion?
Move to recommend the Board of Commissioners accept the donation from the estate of Sharon Livesey to Animal Services in the amount of $42,530.90 and authorize the chairman to sign the acknowledgement of service and consent to petition.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Item number 5 passes 3-0. Item number 6, consider recommending the Board of Commissioners approve the issuance of a purchase order for 6 Ford Explorer pursuit vehicles to Wade Ford utilizing state contract in the amount of $242,388 with funding in the amount of $239,025 to be provided by Capital Project Fund, line item 315-3310-542200, and $3,363 provided by the Capital Projects Fund, line item 315-3310-542500, and approve the remaining $72,964 in line item 315-3310.542500 to be utilized as budgeted to equip said vehicles. Sheriff John.
Thank you, Commissioner, for allowing me to be here. In the past, I've always used state contract to purchase our vehicles. We have in the past purchased Dodge Chargers. Due to the chip shortage, Chargers are not even being made at this time. With the protocol of the years versus mileage, we're in need of 6 new units. We're looking at the Ford Explorers. We've looked at the County PD's usage of the Explorers. They're well-maintained and upkeep as well. They came in a little over the budget of what the charges were. That's why we had to adjust our price. Other than that, I'm requesting you approve the car purchase of the Ford Explorers.
All right, Commissioners, any comments or questions?
Did you have that in your budget this year, in your budget?
Yes, sir. It was already in there.
All right,
Yeah.
Yep, I'm good to go with that.
Move to recommend the Board of Commissioners approve the issuance of a purchase order for 6 Ford Explorer pursuit vehicles to Wade Ford utilizing state contract number 999-SPD-ES40199409-0001 in the amount of $242,388 with funding in the amount of $239,025 to be provided by Capital Projects Fund, line item number 315-3310-54200, and $3,363 to be provided by the Capital Projects Fund, line item 315-3310-54200, to approve the remaining $72,964 in line item 315-3310-542-500 to be utilized as budgeted to equip said vehicles.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Item number 6 passes 3-0.
Chairman, that's all I have on the agenda. My bad, excuse me.
Yes, sir. Thank you
Thank
for all you do, Sheriff.
Not so fast.
Yes, sir.
Just want to again say thank you, since it's all public, for the incredible effort that you and the Unified Command did for security and safety and services during the trial. And I really want to acknowledge that publicly. You kept us informed. Everybody did an excellent job. Just really thank you. It was great to know you were there during that test of our community.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Yes, sir.
Item number 7, consider recommending the Board of Commissioners approve the real and personal property corrections and exemptions as recommended by the Board of Assessors and the Chief Appraiser at their Thursday, November 18th, 2021 meeting, with clarification, this does not approve a tax refund. Mr. Glisson.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. This is the corrections and the exemptions from the November 18th Board of Assessors meeting, and try to answer any questions y'all may have.
Commissioners, y'all have any questions concerning the list?
Thank you for keeping it spot on.
All right.
You already looked at it?
Yeah. Do I have a motion?
Okay. You got,
Move to recommend that the Board of Commissioners approve the real and personal property corrections and exemptions as recommended by the Board of Assessors and the Chief Appraiser at their Thursday, November 18th, 2021 meeting, with clarification that this does not approve a tax refund.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
second.
Any further discussion?
No, sir.
All in favor, raise your right hand.
Thanks, Commissioners.
Item number 7 is 3-0.
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you, Ron. 3-0. Item number 8, consider recommending the Board of Commissioners accept the 2020 Coronavirus Emergency Supplement Funding Grant in the amount of $10,357, increase the FY22 Police Department's revenue and expenditure budgets by $10,357 pending the County Attorney's approval. Ms. Dunnigan.
Good afternoon.
Ms. Harden.
Yes, sir. Good
I was-
afternoon, Commissioners.
Sorry.
No problem. So we received a second grant for the VOCA program that is within the Glenn County Police Department. This is to offset the program coordinator's salary in the amount of $10,357. There is no local match required. And they're a little bit behind. We should have received it prior to October, but it'll be retroactive to October 1st of 2021.
Commissioners, any questions, comments? Do I have a motion?
Move to recommend the Board of Commissioners accept the 2020 Coronavirus Emergency Supplemental Funding Grant in the amount of $10,357 and increase the FY22 Police Department's revenue and expenditure budgets by $10,357 pending county attorney's approval.
All right, I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand.
Thank you.
Item number 8
you,
passes
Mike.
3-0. Item 9, consider recommending the Board of Commissioners renew the contract for workers' compensation, administration, and insurance for the Association of County Commissioners of Georgia, Georgia Self-Insured Workers' Compensation Fund for January 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2022, at an estimated contribution of $252,831 and a deductible of $500,000. Ms. Reed.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. This is just a renewal of our contract with ACCG, Georgia Self-Insured Workers' Compensation Fund. We've been with them for several years, and our renewal rate for next year is about 12.5% less than this year's contribution, so it shows that we're doing something right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Take a while before they look at it again.
Yeah.
Commissioners, any questions or comments?
Approved that one fast.
Motion, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Move to recommend the Board of Commissioners renew the state contract for workers' compensation administration and insurance with the Association of County Commissioners of Georgia, Georgia Self-Insured Workers' Compensation Fund for January 1, 22 through December 31, 2022, at an estimated contribution of $252,831 with a deductible of $500,000.
All right, we have a motion, do we have a second?
1 second. Or just, that's pretty amazing number. The way the industry's going, a little the reverse. What would you specifically or target has been the success in getting this type of quote?
I think, the training that we've done with our employees, number one. Number two, being this is a pooled fund, so as long as everybody in the state's doing well, we also reap that benefit, so it's always good to be in that type of group. Also, I think over the last couple of years with COVID, this activity's kind of been down, so that may have helped also. And then we're getting rid of those long-term claims also, so they're coming off the books, so, yeah.
Well, that's great.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Item number 9 passes 3-0. Thank you, Ms. Reed.
Thank you.
Item number 10, consider recommending the Board of Commissioners award the bid for IFB 22013 Blythe Island Regional Park Fishing Pier and Boat Launch Pier Rehabilitation to Intron Technologies, Inc., the amount of $96,141.30, with funding provided by the Capital Projects Fund, District 1 Capital Allocation. Ms. Gerganis.
Hey, good afternoon, Commissioners. So back in October, the Board of Commissioners approved the Blythe Island Park Advisory Board's recommendation to go out for bid for to the fishing pier and boat launch pier repairs and rehabilitation. So working with the Facilities Maintenance Division, Public Works, Finance, we got a bid out. It advertised on the county website for about 3 weeks. Unfortunately, we only got one bid back, but we did get it from Intron Technologies, which has done some work for the county before. The bid came in at $96,141,000. I think that's probably about maybe $12,000 or $14,000 more than what we had anticipated and what we had previously as a budgetary cost estimate received a couple months earlier. So it wasn't horrible. Talking with the Blythe Island Park Advisory Board, they do support moving forward with this project if the Finance Committee and the Board of Commissioners approve doing so. So we're bringing that forward today because these are repairs that are needed at the dock to maintain the dock. I do have some pictures. I don't know that y'all want to look at them, but this is the boat launch dock, just kind of from the water, actually, one of those excursions that my husband and I were on. You can see the rub rails. That's just one little example, a corner piece that's been falling off. This is part of that same dock that the connections have, the bolts have come loose from that. And because of that, when you walk on the boat launch dock out towards 303, you're wobbling, and it's kind of risky, and it's not safe whenever boaters are docking. And that's part of the same thing. You can't really tell it in this picture, but if you take a walk out there, you can feel the wobble where it's kind of disconnected, so that needs to be repaired. And then we've got a piece like this underneath that, some things like that need to be done. The large expense is the wood and the rub rail, because there's a lot of it to put around there. And so we're just asking for your consideration to go ahead and award that contract to Intron Technologies.
I was actually at their meeting with their board. I'm ready if y'all are.
We feel good about Intron Technologies doing the work, is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I move to recommend the Board of Commissioners award the IFB 22013 Blythe Island Regional Park Fishing Pier and Boat Launch to Pier Rehabilitation to Intron Technologies Incorporated in the amount of $96,141.30, with funding to be provided by the Capital Projects Fund District 1 capital allocation.
All right, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Item 10 passes 3-0.
Yes, sir. We will be. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you. 11, consider recommending the Board of Commissioners authorize a change order and approve additional funding to continue Frederica Road sidewalk improvements to Allen Owens Construction of Blackshear, Georgia, in the amount of $150,000. Funding to be provided by SPOS 2016 unallocated funds. Mr. Little.
Yes, sir. Currently, the project we got going will end at Sea Island Road. And what we want to do is go ahead and extend that down to, I think, Evers Plaza. And that will complete the strip from both, to both roundabouts. So, I mean, all the feedback we've got from citizens has been positive, and basically it'll be a change order.
Yeah, I've received a lot of positive feedback on the work that's being done, and how much more, how smooth it is. It makes the experience a lot more enjoyable, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Commissioners, any comments or questions? Do I have a motion?
Larry, it says current contract is $90 per square yard of 4-inch sidewalk installed to allow an additional 1,386 square yards of new sidewalk beyond. I don't have an issue with it. I just, that price is, good God.
Yeah. And then, we supplied the breakdown on the price, and that, if we were not to approve this, then we would have to bring another contract, go through the bid process, have to be administrative time, additional setup time, get somebody else in here, and we get charged a setup fee, and, it'd be a lot more money.
I got you.
The price would go up.
All right, I have a motion.
Move to recommend the Board of Commissioners authorize a change order and approve additional funding to continue Frederica Road sidewalk improvements to Allen Owens Contractor Construction of Blackshear, Georgia, in the amount of $150,000, with funding to be provided by SPOS 2016 unallocated funds.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion, Commissioners? All in favor, raise your right hand. Item number 11 passes 3-0. Item 12, consider recommending the Board of Commissioners authorize staff to issue an invitation to bid to pave the First Street Dirt Road in East Beach subdivision and to the Coast Guard Park, and approve funding to be provided by SPOS 2016 unallocated funds. Mr. Little.
Yes, sir. Again, this is something I think when Dave spoke to me about it last week, and I think it's something that needs to be done from a maintenance standpoint, because we spent a lot of time down in that park grading and shifting sand around, and you got sand blowing off the beach, and that Andrews is great as far as packing, but one thing that happens as the wind blows, it starts rutting out, and we keep having to go back and get complaints and all. And what we would like to do is go ahead and start that process and get that piece paved. That wouldn't be the parking area on the right, but it would include some parking on the left. All that would be striped. We would move the poles, and then we'd put actual car stops in place.
How far are you going to pave it now?
All the way to the bathrooms. Yeah, with a parking area with the bathrooms.
Stop at the bathrooms and go just beyond the bathrooms?
Just beyond it for the handicap area.
Yeah.
In my understanding, these are, this project won't go forward until in the fall, is that correct?
As far as I know, yeah.
Any more questions or comments?
Are they gonna use asphalt?
Yeah.
Is it gonna be pervious?
I got Adam here, he can answer any asphalt.
Asphalt's not perfect.
Yeah,
Well, they make one that water goes through.
yeah, I don't think that,
Probably.
probably not.
Just a question.
We're piggybacking on supplies of other projects in a price contract.
Okay. Ready? Move to recommend the Board of Commissioners authorize staff to issue an invitation to bid to pay the First Street Dirt Road in East Beach subdivision into the Coast Guard Park and approve funding to be provided by the SPOS 2016 unallocated funds.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? Okay, Commissioners, all in favor, raise your right hand. Item 12 passes 3-0.
Larry, you send him an email, tell him I'd like my tuna fresh when he comes back off his cruise.
Okay, yeah, he's probably not eating tuna right now, he's probably eating filet or something else.
And we'd like a picture of him in his bathing suit.
I can send y'all, I can send y'all some pictures, but y'all would change your whole way of looking at it, so I'm not gonna do that.
You like me in the bathing suit, that's therapy.
Yeah.
Item 13, consider recommending the Board of Commissioners authorize staff to issue an invitation for bid for the 4th Street Ditch Piping Project for design and construction and approved funding provided by the American Rescue Plan Act. Mr. Little.
As I'm understanding this, what we're wanting to do is just get approval to, use the additional funds in the American Rescue Act funding, as far as what I understand now. What the project is, it basically is replacing the pipe in front of the in front of the new health department, because it was installed. It was installed years ago, and we want to connect it to the new pipe that, we did a project a couple years ago that took it to the old pipe. We want to take the old pipe out and then pipe the ditch down to Dolphin. And then this will allow us at a later date to come in with a sidewalk all the way to 17, which kind of connects everything, so.
Sounds like a good plan.
That's allowed in that funding. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
I move to recommend the Board of Commissioners authorize staff to issue an invitation for bid for the 4th Street Ditch Piping Project for design and construction. Excuse me, and approve funding to be provided by the American Rescue Plan Act.
Got a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion?
No, sir.
All in favor, raise your right hand. Item 13 passes 3-0. Mr. Little, thank you very much.
No problem, thank you guys.
All right, gentlemen, is there any items you want to move to the Thursday meeting?
No, sir. I'm good.
Yes, sir, all right.
Yeah.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Have a second?
That's the best motion I like to make. Second.
All right, all in favor, raise your right hand. All right, we're adjourned.